I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my reading for you, Scorpio, for the week of March the 13th. Okay, so there's a lot going on in your love, your business, your health, and certainly around friendships too. So it's like a lot of activity happening for you right now. And right at the start of the week, around your area of friends and social engagements, and over this weekend on Sunday, we're going to have a full moon in that area. There are quite a number of moon oppositions this week too. So and are all to do with either your work, your health, your relationships. So you want to pay attention to how you feel. Okay, so with the moon energy, it's about emotions. So it's going to, and with the oppositions, it's going to spark things off. So the main thing, Scorpio, is not to be too reactive. Okay, so think things through, check in with your intuition, check in with how you feel, then bring in the logic. And when you can get that balance of logical and intuitive combining and both saying the same thing, that's when you can go ahead and put things into action and make decisions. Try not to do it without going through that process. But we do have Mars right opposite your sign in your love zone, so this is a very passionate placement. It's generally not that happy in this position, but we have Venus in the sign before, and Venus and Mars are in their opposite rulerships. So that helps to balance it out, helps to make it more positive, and they're talking to each other. They're being, nicer to each other. Now, Venus is retrograde too, so it's going to be retrograde in this area of your chart of leadership, taking control. Let's not forget that it's a very creative area, also very much to do with love. And let's not forget that Venus is the ruler of love and money, also self-worth. So when it's retrograde, it can bring up any of these situations. It can also bring people from the past back into your life, or situation from the past that you either need to look at, deal with, change, alter, or you can come to terms with certain people or situations or lessons, so you can discard emotional baggage, or it can reignite you with someone fabulous as well. So the energy can go both ways. And at the end of this week, Mercury and Venus are going to be conjunct. So that does indicate that there's some good news coming through. There is a square between the Sun and Saturn, and this is very much around monetary area. So you want to be a little bit careful of that you don't get into sort of a power struggle, and number one. And number two, you don't feel too despondent about things. Sometimes when we're almost getting through and we're almost solving something or an issue or in our life or an opportunity, it's the hardest time. It's like almost when you're at the top of the mountain is the hardest time. You got to go those next couple of steps, push through, and you're at the top where the view is better. Okay, but a lot of this activity is in your area of productivity. So it's a message to get organized. It's also a message to look after yourself. Okay, so you can't you can't be all things to all people. And so don't let your overall health, well-being fall to the bottom of the list. Okay, that's sort of the message there. All right, so have a great week. I hope something amazing comes through for you. I do have a new reading on a life soul purpose session. It was included in one of my higher end readings, so I've pulled it out and made it separate because it's very popular, and made it more affordable and put a introductory special offer on it. Okay, all right, so we'll see you next week. Have a great week.